after an 18-4 whomping. Yesterday afternoon, every Jays fan is sitting here thinking, before the game, got this gut feeling that the offense might be a little thin. Nathan Eovaldi, not a terrible pitcher by any means. In my opinion, he's the best starter on that team, and he showed it today. Look, all credit to the world to Nathan Eovaldi today. He was fantastic today. But the problem is, the Jays bullpen still blows, man. It flat out stinks. They have Romano, they have Castro, and maybe Joel Payamps. But who else do you trust? Nobody! Let's break this game down. The Jays get walked off 2-1 for the Boston Red Sox, split the series 2 games apiece, and they're now 33-31 on the year. Bottom half of the third inning, Alex Verdugo hits a fly ball to left field. It goes off the tip of the glove of Lourdes Gurriel Jr. at the wall. He jumps and it goes off the tip of the glove. It probably should have been caught, and that would have been no run, but Kike Hernandez comes in to score in the play, and it's 1-0 Red Sox. But it's bottom of the third inning. The Jays offense should be fine. The Jays offense gets nothing going against Eovaldi, nothing going against Taylor out of the pen, and the Jays go into the top half of the ninth inning, have had 3 hits and no runs. But with 2 out, Vladdy comes up and crushes a hanging breaking ball from Matt Barnes, and it's gone. And he ties it. I would have been so much more jacked up to talk about that home run if they actually won the damn game. Vladdy hits his 22nd home run of the year, and they tie it. The emotions, all there. Take the emotions right out of the sail of the Boston Red Sox. The fans, they're done. They're sad. And the Jays bench up and fired up. And what do you do in the next half inning? Dolis goes out there and throws a meatball after meatball after meatball, like I'm going to a flippin' Italian restaurant ordering some damn spaghetti and meatballs, because he was serving them up all night long was Dolis. And he gets walked off. Even the 1 out that he got was a hanging breaking ball to Bogarts. I don't know how he missed it. The question everyone's going to ask, Charlie, where's Castro? He was warming up earlier in the game. Where's Romano? I understand you want a Romano in the extra innings, but you gotta get there first. Plus, your team just scored that run. You have all the energy in the world. You get out there, you go through it quick. I've always said in these videos, you score a run. You want to 0 the next half inning to keep your offense in the flow of things. That's why yesterday went so damn well. They scored 3. You put up a 0. You scored more runs. You put up a 0. You scored more runs. And it was just a constant flow because the offense really felt like they were up to bat all the time. You got the solo bomb for Vladdy. It could have ignited the offense. But instead he puts out Dolis, who has been so unreliable all year long, to face Verdugo, JD Martinez, and Xander Bogaerts to start the inning. Are you insane, Charlie? At least give me Castro if you're not going to give me Romano. I just don't know. I understand the options are limited. But in a 1-1 ball game in the 9th inning, and your best guys are rested, you won 18-4 yesterday for the reason of having those guys available today. And you don't use them. And you lose and get walked off. I understand you said, well, we would have thrown this guy and that. You gotta get there. Jays fans, we all remember Buck Showalter in the AL wildcard game against the Baltimore Orioles throwing out Ubaldo Jimenez, but for some reason never using Zach Britton. They probably had him saved for the next inning. Well, it didn't get there and your season was over. When your guys are available against a good offense in the meat of the order, you damn well use them. You can blame Charlie here. You can blame Dolis. You can blame the Jays offense, which wasn't very good today, but Nathan Eovaldi was dominant. It was just I just don't know. I just don't know. Like I said, literally Joel Payamps is your 3rd best reliever. Take that in. You have Romano. You have Castro. And Castro hasn't even thrown a lot in the big leagues. So we're all banking on what he's done so far. We've also seen Tyler Chatwood in a short span do very good things. Now, I have faith in Castro. I think he can do really good things. But we want to see it consistently. Jordan Romano and Castro are the only two guys we really do trust. Do you trust enough? Do you trust Joel Payamps enough to go out there in a save opportunity if Romano and Castro are not available? God, no! But you might have to. That's the situation this Jays team is in. Either you go get a reliever now, you got to make something happen. Because this team is that close to being good. They've lost so many games over the last, few weeks? Because your bullpen has just imploded. Game 1 of this series is a prime example of that. You had that game on lockdown. You were up, 5-1. You blew it. Today, I wouldn't say you had it on lockdown, but you literally just tied the ball game. I don't know. And Devers, by the way, in the bottom of the ninth, walked it off on a meatball from, Rafael Dolis to center field. It goes off the wall. Verdugo scores. They walk it off. Vladdy goes 2 for 4 in the ball game. Obviously, gets the home run in the RBI, and he hits a bloop single to center field as well. The team only got 4 hits. I mean, you can talk about Dolis. You can talk about, Charlie Montoyo not using certain guys in the pen, as I have. But in the end, your offense gives you 1 run on 4 hits. That's just not going to do it. That's just not going to do it. Now, your bullpen and pitching is going to, as I've always said, pitching and defense wins you championships. And you can talk about Kevin Biggio with the error to start that bottom half of the 9th inning. So that could have been an out, and then Dolis might have been in a different mindset, might have been in a different scenario. I don't know. But either way, great pitchers in this league find ways to bounce back after their defense has a tough time. And that's enough about the bullpen. All right, Dolis goes in a third of an inning, allows 3 hits and 1 run. Joel Payamps goes 2 innings and strikes out 2. Now, I'm done with all the negative talk. Done with it. Let's talk about Alek Manoah. Because, my goodness, he was incredible. I mean, he's a big leaguer, period. There's no doubt about it that Alek Manoah is a big leaguer. The difference between what we've seen from him and what we've seen from the small sample size of Nate Pearson when he was up here. When Manoah loses his strike zone in the middle of a game, he battles and finds it. And even if he's still battling it and he gets a 3-0 count, how many 3-0 counts did he have, but he battled back to get an out of it? That's the mental toughness that Alek Manoah has out there. And Charlie Montoyo did one good thing today. He let Alek Manoah go out there for the 6th inning to face the meat of the order. Verdugo, Bogarts, and JD Martinez. JD was flipped with Bogarts, but you know what I mean. And he strikes all 3 guys out to end his outing. The whole third time through the order nonsense is garbage. If a guy's feeling it, you run him out there. He went 6 innings, allowed 4 hits, 1 run, struck out 5, and walked 1 batter. Manoah has, someone correct me in the comments in the last video, and I apologize. I said his first game in the big leagues was against the Astros, I think I said it was. It was not. It was against the Yankees. And it was the Yankees, he pitched really well. Then it was the Marlins, not so great. And then really good against the White Sox, and really good again today. Ladies and gentlemen, Manoah has thrown 3 incredible outings against the Yankees, the Red Sox, and the White Sox. Those are 3 premier offenses in baseball. I don't care what the Yankees are doing right now, who they didn't have in the lineup then. I don't care. They're 3 of the prolific offenses in baseball. And Manoah has dealt with those guys at the plate. He's a rookie. They don't really know him a lot. But the composure and the stuff is incredible from Alek Manoah. Fantastic outing for him there today. Now, speaking of those Yankees, the Blue Jays open up a set against the New York Yankees starting tomorrow night. Montgomery, I think Jordan Montgomery. It's Jordan Montgomery on the mound for the Yankees in Game 1 against Hyun Jin Ryu for the Blue Jays. Tomorrow night, 7:07 first pitch at Salem Field. Ryu's kind of looking for that bounce-back outing. Last inning, it wasn't bad. He had a really tough first inning and then was fantastic the rest of the way. We'd like to see some consistent good stuff because with Montgomery, either the Jays have lit him up in the past or he's dominated the snot out of the Blue Jays. So what are we going to see tomorrow? Especially after a 4-hit contest today, you want to see the bats go out there tomorrow and get some damage going against a divisional team that you're trying to push lower in the standings. You're already ahead of them by a bit, but you want to keep pushing them down, and this series is big for that. I think the Jays have, what, a game-and-a-half lead, something along those lines. You win all three, have a 4.5-game lead over the Yankees. That's huge, obviously. Sweeping, especially you got to play Garrett Cole as well. It's not going to be easy. One game at a time, Montgomery Ryu tomorrow night. All right, so you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and enjoyed me yell at the screen yet again, because it seems to happen quite often lately, smack the like button. Do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys are not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, your thoughts on the game. What'd you like? What'd you not like from today's ball game? Twitter is down below for myself. Follow send me a DM to like great stuff. The Instagram link is down below, so follow up there if you have not done so already. And I will talk to you guys, Jays Edition, tomorrow night. Game 1 of the series against the New York Yankees, Jordan Montgomery versus Hyun Jin Ryu. 7:07 first pitch at Salem Field. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. We'll talk to you guys then.